Hi everyone, welcome to live show, Friday's live show. Please help me share this live on your social media so we can get more viewers. I'm also live online at the same time on TikTok too. So for all our TikTok viewers, I'm going to display my channel here. So you guys can easily, if you're watching me live on TikTok, you can easily move on to YouTube if you want to ask questions. So please start asking questions. I'm going to take questions on both sides. So please bear with me. Um, I will try my best to answer your questions. Okay. So we've got a question on YouTube coming from Jitin. Jitin is asking, Sir, will there be any subclass 189 invitation round this month? That's a very valid question, Jitin. We are also wanting that to happen. We are in almost first week is gone for June, and we have only 3 weeks left in June. We haven't got any news so far from anywhere about any possible 189 round. If we talk about last round that last happened, that was in 2023 December, but we had information about that round in advance. But this time we do not have any information whatsoever about any round. Okay, so guys, those who are watching me on TikTok, I would ask all of you guys to help me with the tapping on the screen. That will invite more people. So I'm also live on my YouTube channel as well. It is a very easy for me to actually display your question on YouTube. So I have displayed my YouTube channel on TikTok. You can see that there. I would recommend all of you guys to head on to my YouTube channel so I can show your question to everyone and we all can learn and gain that knowledge together. Okay. So if you ask questions on TikTok, it's not that I'm not going to pick questions on TikTok. I will pick some questions on TikTok as well, but I would prefer to pick most questions on YouTube for answering today. So please head to my YouTube channel as shown on the screen. Okay, so if you don't have YouTube or if you can't access YouTube, it is fine. You can ask questions here as well. I'll try my best to answer your questions. Okay. All right, start posting questions. Jitin, if you have any other question, please post your question again, and I would be happy to answer as much as I can from my side. All right, so here we go. For those who are watching me live on TikTok, you guys are aware that we conduct these live shows every 3 or 4 times in a week, and today I'm also live on our YouTube too. So if you can bring your questions to YouTube, that would be wonderful as well. So we do have 8 viewers on TikTok. I recommend all of you guys to assist me in sharing this live and double tapping on the screen. More taps on the screen would automatically bring more people. All right. So if you have any question, please start posting the questions. We have 3 viewers on I think YouTube as well as on Facebook. If you guys are watching us live on those channels for the first time, I would like to introduce myself to all of you. My name is Mohinder Singh, and I'm a registered migration agent. We are based in Adelaide, South Australia, and we assist international students and temporary visa holders in Australia or overseas who are looking to come to Australia on skilled visas. Help them with their questions. So if you are located in South Australia, you can visit our office directly, or if you are located anywhere other than South Australia, you can, if you want to discuss your case, you can head to our website and book appointment from there. Start posting questions. For those who are currently watching us live on TikTok, I also want to request all of you guys, if you are able to come to my YouTube channel, I'm conducting live simultaneously on YouTube as well. So if you're able to come on YouTube, it would be easier for us to answer your questions. So anyone who is watching us on YouTube or Facebook, please start posting questions. And when you post a question, your question will be displayed on the screen, and it would be easier for everyone to read your question and the comments that we do to help you guys. Okay. So 485 visa age changes are coming. A lot of people were expecting that to happen. We had lots of queries whether it is going to happen or not. So department has finally confirmed that from 1st of July 2024, yes, 485 age limit is going to reduce to 35 if you have studied bachelor or diploma level qualification, or they're going to change the age limit to 35. If you are studying PhD or masters by research, it is still 50 years. Okay, so I've got a few questions coming here. How long 407 processing time is? Okay, so 407 processing times, we can definitely have a look here. So I'm just answering this question for TikTok viewer here. So someone is asking, what is the processing time for subclass 407? So remember, guys, for visa processing times, they keep on fluctuating. So Department of Home Affairs has this tool. If you just Google visa processing times or Australian visa processing times, they have given you a very good tool there. You put the subclass of visa, you put what date the application was submitted, and it gives you a little bit of idea how long it can take for your application to be processed. So 407 visa current processing time for 90% of the applications are 5 months. You can see that here. So as long as you are within that green zone, it's fine. But if you are in that yellow zone, you can definitely contact the department and write it to them, or ask your agent to write to the department. For those who are watching us live on TikTok, I would recommend all of you guys to please head to our YouTube channel. You can see me here. We are also live on YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel name is Australian Visa Matters. So if you come to YouTube and ask your all the questions there, it would be wonderful. All right, for those who are watching us, watching me live on YouTube and Facebook or any platform, please do not forget to share this live, and please do not forget to follow us or subscribe us if you haven't done so far. All right, so there are certain rules on my live show. If you want to ask a question, please post the question once only, okay? And please wait for me to pick your question for answering. If I don't pick your question for answering, please post it again. Please keep supporting us by liking and sharing and double tapping on the screen, especially if you are watching me live on, especially if you're watching me live on TikTok. So that helps us. Okay, if you are watching me live for the first time, you can also hit that follow button or subscribe button. Okay, so if you're watching us live on Facebook or YouTube, please post your questions. When you post your question, I would be able to display that question on the screen, and I would be happy to answer any questions you have. Sarah is asking, what is the processing time for 309 visa after medical? Is there any way we can contact migration to check? Look, you can always call the Department of Home Affairs. You can Google Department of Home Affairs phone number, and you can always talk to them. They can give you some update on the application, but current processing times are very, very long. Unfortunately, yesterday I checked, it was roughly 2 years for 50% of the applications, and sometimes even longer. It can take even longer. Narinder Singh is saying, sir, IELTS or PT score mein exemption ki hai? Nahi. Subclass 494, if you go under DAMA, okay, if you go for employer sponsored visa under DAMA, then you can get a exemption for IELTS or PT. So guys, जो भी यहाँ पे देख रहे हैं मुझे, मैं हिंदी, पंजाबी और इंग्लिश तीनों लैंग्वेजेस में equally competent हूँ. So please feel free to ask question in any language. But primarily हमारा जो language रहता है, that is always English, because we also cater to the needs of international students coming from Philippines or South Africa or Europe or anywhere or any part of the world. Australia is a multicultural country where we have people coming from at least 80-90 different countries around the world. So please keep asking questions. I understand Hindi as well as Punjabi if you're not comfortable in English, okay? I've got a question on YouTube here. I think that question is coming from Cyber Snacks. But what's the process time for 485 subsequent entrant? I can't find it on list. Absolutely, you won't be able to. Not every processing time you can find it on a website, but for 485 subsequent entrant processing times in anything between 8 months to 12 months. And it can always fluctuate a little bit. So if you have lodged your application and it has been 6 or 7 or 8 months, expect it to be granted, or expect the outcome very, very soon in next few months. Okay, next maybe 1 or 2 months. I hope that helps. So that was a question from Cyber Snacks. Okay, guys, if you are watching me live on TikTok, this is the time for all of you guys to head to my YouTube channel and please bring all the questions there. I'm trying my best to keep up with both platforms at the same time. So I'll try my best to answer questions on each platform though, okay? Kazang Dorji is asking IELTS general training for 494 visa. Yes, it is fine. For any employer sponsored visa, you can also take IELTS general, no problems whatsoever. Okay. Okay, so and what was the question? Subclass 494 question. So if you're going under DAMA, for IELTS, if you're going under DAMA, then the requirement is relatively less. But if you are going under general 494, not under DAMA, in general stream 494, then you need to have 6 each. Okay. All right, I've got question from Gursimran is saying, sir, will there be any 189 subclass invitation round this month? Gursimran, someone else asked this question a couple of minutes ago, and I would say I cannot confirm, because when last round happened in the month of December 2023, we had some information from Migration Institute of Australia that this round can happen, but this year we do not have any information whatsoever. This time we don't have any information. We still have 2 or 3 weeks. You never know. Okay, so fingers crossed for everyone. Grattan Institute's new score recommendation. So guys, if you're watching me live on TikTok, I'm taking most of the questions on YouTube today, unfortunately, because we find it much easier to do it on YouTube. So if you head to my YouTube channel, which is Australian Visa Matters. Okay, so Australian Visa Matters. I have displayed my channel on the screen here. You can see I'm live here. For those who are on TikTok, you can see I'm live here. So you can see that I'm live here on there as well. So please bring your all the questions there. Okay. My YouTube channel's name is Australian Visa Matters. All right, so I've got a question coming from Cyber Snacks. So Cyber Snacks is saying, can you please explain Grattan Institute's report? Absolutely. Okay, Grattan Institute. So guys, if you are interested to know Grattan Institute's report and new suggested point system, I would recommend you guys to please head to my YouTube channel. I am displaying the YouTube channel on TikTok. Okay, so Australian Visa Matters. So head to my YouTube channel, and I'm showing it there what the Grattan Institute new point system would look like if it gets implemented in coming few years. There we go. So that's that the main points are mentioned in page number 30. So this is the report. Main points are mentioned in page number 30 here. All right. Please give me, if you're watching me on YouTube or whatever the platform you're watching, give me a thumbs up in the message or in the chats if you're able to see this screen. If you're able to see this screen, please give me a thumbs up. All right, so here is the new system. So in age, what they are saying that you're going to get 100 points for age between 21 to 29. Okay, and 95 points for 18 to 20 age. And as your age grows, you would have less and less point, and at 45 you will not have any age point. So their points are decreasing drastically when you turn, say, especially 36, 37. So they're suggesting different age points. The big gap here is with every year they are taking 5 points off. Okay, 70, 60, 55, 50. So they've got a very awkward system, but they are falling by 5 points every year. Every year you add on your age, and they are giving you very good points, 90 points for English language. And if you have IELTS 7, they're giving you 45 points. Okay, for education, if you have done a degree, PhD, 60 points. If you have done a bachelor's degree or higher, 30 points. And if you have done any specific degree from specific university, then they are going to give you 45 points. Okay, and they're also saying certificate 3 or higher, you're going to get 15 points. For occupation, for skill level 1 to 3 occupations, you're going to get points. If you'll get 50 points if you are in skill level 1 occupation, and you will get 15 points for skill level 2 occupation. And if you have a job offer in Australia for getting a salary 120 plus, you have more points, say 90, and then these are reduced by 20, 20, and then 10, and then 10. Then the salary falls from 120 to 105, and then 90, 80, and 70. And if you have done CCL, 20 points for that. And if your partner has done 8 plus or has superior English, again, it adds 60 points. And if they have 7 each, it adds 40 points. For bachelor's degree, your partner can contribute 30 points. And for certificate level qualification, 15 points. And if you're single, you get 90 points. So what they have suggested here, if you get in total minimum 300 points, you can do expression of interest. Okay, but there is a guaranteed invitation if you have 400 or plus points. Okay, so that's what they are suggesting. So remember, guys, this is all still in air. We don't know how many of these suggestions would be taken on board and how many would come on board. We will see that in next few months. Okay, I hope that helps. All right. So next question is from entertainment. What is the meaning of chef could be in the chopping block in migration strategy? What does it mean? Look, chef could be on the chopping block, but they're trying to say that they may remove chef from the skill list. But I have talked about this in the past as well. Remember, guys, we do need chefs in Australia, even though the demand is very high. But when someone becomes a permanent resident in Australia, or when they gain their visa, generally people move on to another jobs. So those jobs become available for the next lot. So chef is an occupation. I don't think it will go anywhere. Okay, so just be comfortable. If you are a chef, don't worry about anything. It's not going anywhere. So I have answered these questions. Hello, is there a 2-year long enrolled nurse course? Been searching but only found 1 year and 9 months. Can't apply for graduate visa. Absolutely, Kim, you won't be able to. Not for, even if you have 2 years of course for enrolled nurse, you can't apply for 485 visa, because let me show you this on the screen. So guys, if you're watching me live on TikTok, please head to my YouTube channel, which is displayed here. So my channel's name is Australian Visa Matters. Please bring all the questions on YouTube today. I'm happy to answer your questions, and please also share this stream on your with your friends. And I also want all of you guys to keep tapping your screen to give us more and more likes. I want to see more people on our YouTube as well as Facebook. I'm happy to answer questions. If you come to my YouTube channel or Facebook, it is much easier for me to display the question on the screen, so we are all learning at the same time. Okay, so let's do this, guys. Please assist me in double tapping the screen and moving on to our live on Facebook and YouTube. And if you're watching me live, if you haven't hit that follow button or subscribe button, this is the time to do so, guys. So I'm going to answer this question. That question has come from Kim Burley. Kim is asking, she hasn't been able to find 2 year of a course for enrolled nurse. Kim, I want to say, even if you are able to find a 2 years of course for enrolled nurse, you would still you would still not be able to do you won't be able to do much because of this reason. Because guys, you can only apply for 485 visa. If you see on the screen, please pay attention to the screen. So this is the skilled occupation list. Okay, this is the instrument which is known as LIN 19/051. This is the instrument that outlines different skill lists and what visas they can apply for, what visas you can apply in the occupations, in specific occupations, in the specific skill list. So if you see here, if your occupation is in medium and long-term strategic skill list, especially look at this tab, you can apply for 485 visa. Okay, so you can only apply for 485 visa, so-called graduate visa, if your occupation is available in medium and long-term strategic skill list. You can't apply for 485 visa if your occupation appears in regional occupation list or short-term skill list. So I am going to show you here now. If I do Control F here and if I search enroll nurse, you can see this is enroll nurse. The ENSCO code is 411411. Okay, so 411 and this occupation exists in a different list, which is a short-term list. So that's why you will never be able to do graduate visa if you are studying a enrolled nurse course. Okay, guys, if you're watching me live on TikTok, please keep double tapping the screen, and I want to see all of you guys on my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is Australian Visa Matters. You can also join us on Facebook too. Our Facebook profile business page is Endeavour Education and Migration. Okay, Endeavour Education and Migration. So you can come to our these social media channels and ask questions there. I'm able to display the screen. I'm able to show the show everyone what the question is being asked, and so we all are learning at the same time. Okay. Chance of pharmacy technician at 85 points along with partner if to apply for 190 this year with 1 year of onshore experience with B pharmacy offshore, applying on Western Australia this year. Look, 190 Western Australia, we do many people got 190 from Western Australia last financial year. We don't know how they are going to react this financial year, but my recommendation to you would be, if you think that 190 is not possible, or if your points are not absolutely high, whatever you see as per the skill select, look, 85 points are reasonably good. And if you're currently working in your own occupation, my strategy would be to leave your profile for 190 for 6 months. But if nothing happens, and if your visa is running out after 12 months from today, I would opt out for 491, and probably you will stand good chances for 491 if not 190. All right, so thank you very much, Kimberly. Entertainment saying offshore chefs or offshore chefs. Again, if you have skills assessment, if you have high points, you may get invited for 491 from one or the other state. If not this financial year, maybe next financial year. And chefs won't be removed from the list. I really don't think so. Okay. All right, I'm going to take these questions from TikTok now. There are not many questions. Yes, there are questions coming on. I think that's on YouTube as well. Good day. I'll finish my kitchen management certificate 3 and diploma in January 2025. Can I apply for a graduate visa? So if you have, so the requirements of graduate visa are, you are required to have 2 years of study in Australia, a CRICOS course in one go, or 2 courses with minimum of 92 weeks of CRICOS are registered. So if your certificate 3 and diploma in kitchen management or hospitality management, it is for 2 years, then you can apply for graduate visa, subject to meeting other criteria, which include English, health, as well as character. So if you have 2 years of study, absolutely you can get a graduate visa. Okay, anyone who wants to go for a graduate visa, guys, it is important for you that when you apply for a graduate visa, go with a migration agent and ask that person to give you advice going forward as well. Because once you lodge the application for graduate visa, you only get certain duration, like 18 months of graduate visa. If you don't have plan in place in advance, your visa is going to run out, and without you having any pathway to PR. So please plan advance. If you need to discuss this with a registered migration agent, you can head to my website and book appointment from there. My website details are mentioned in the text, www.ems.com.au. Okay. So that was the question. Knowing Mercy, I have answered that question for you. Entertainment, MLT, SSL, and STSOL is same, sir, or chef will move to STSL? We don't know. No, MLT, SSL is different, and SOL is different. So medium and long-term strategy. Currently, chef is in MTSSL. Okay, they may move it to SOL. We don't know, or short-term list. We don't know. But even though you move to short-term list, you will still be eligible for 190 as well as 491 visa. Okay. All right, guys. All of my followers on TikTok, please bring your all the questions on YouTube. Okay. So I have displayed my channel, YouTube channel here. This is my channel. You can see I'm live on YouTube here. You can see our channel name is Australian Visa Matters. So please bring all the questions to our YouTube channel today. All right, I don't have many questions. Entertainment, I don't think they will remove from list. No. Okay, so that was on, I think, YouTube. I got this question on TikTok. Bhuvinder is asking, I'm in Adelaide currently doing graduate diploma in early childhood. Want to discuss for PR pathway? Absolutely, Bhuvinder. You have made a good choice to study this course, but you need to know in advance what it involves going forward. So my recommendation to you would be to book consultation, and you can do so by visiting my website at www.eems.com.au. Okay. So I have some times available over the weekend too, and we do have times available for Monday as well as Tuesday. Limited on Monday. Try not to book a consultation on Monday. You may see the times available, but because of the long weekend, you can do so on Wednesday or Tuesday. Tuesday or Wednesday, you can see all those slots available from our website. Okay. All right, guys, keep going with the questions. I've got entertainment is saying we are just overthinking. Yes. Sometimes when it comes to visa, and if you have been waiting for your visa for a long time, we tend to overthink, guys. But remember, you can only do from your side what you can do. Rest everything is in his hands. So do the best thing, whatever you can do, and then just wait and watch. Okay. Sabi Sethi is asking, what is the chances of ECT in Victoria for 70 points? So in Victoria, if you are currently working as early childhood teacher, then you can also apply for 190 and 491 in Victoria, depending on where you are living. And obviously, early childhood teacher is also a good option for subclass 189 as well. Last year, we got invites even at 65 points. So pretty good. For everyone. Okay, for those who are watching me live on TikTok, please keep assisting me in double tapping the screen so we can keep more and more viewers. For those who are on Facebook as well as on YouTube, keep asking questions, guys. Okay. ABD is saying, can we apply for 491 visa and 190 visa at the same time after positive skills assessment for pharmacy technician? So ABD, this is a question for your migration agent. But I'll give you a bit of hint here. You can do two EUIs, one EUI for 491 and one EUI for 190 separately. Okay, that helps. Guys, if you're watching my live for the first time, please do not forget to follow us if you haven't done so far. And please keep helping us by giving us likes on either platform you're watching us, whether it is on YouTube, Facebook, or on TikTok. Okay, when you ask question, make sure you ask the question once, or post your question and wait for me to pick your question for answering. Please don't post the same question again and again. Okay, so entertainment again. So there are any occupation already removed from the MLT? No, I haven't seen lately any occupation removed. Most occupations are there for last couple of years. Bhupinder, I have answered your question. You can head to my website and book appointment from there. Someone is asking how to obtain work visa. So Bamba CAKR, you can obtain work visa to Australia if you have skills and if you have some kind of qualification. Either you have trade skills and trade qualification, or you have professional skills and professional qualification. So the best thing for you to do would be Google Australian skilled migration. You would get some basic information from there. I know people who are sitting offshore, you do not have a lot of idea. So for you, the best thing would be to go on Google and read a little bit of information, get yourself familiar with it. You read some information, and if you're able to read something about skills assessment, how to obtain skills assessment eligibility criteria, that would definitely be a good point to start with. Okay, and if you are able to afford an agent, that would be great as well. Bhupinder's question says, sir, can you please share the website where I can book appointment? Yes, Bhupinder. Bhupinder, you can go here, eems.com.au. It is very simple. Okay, so this is our website. You just click that get consultation button here. Okay, you fill in your basic details, all the details, select your time. So anyone not located in South Australia, if you're not located in South Australia, if you're in Sydney or Melbourne or other states, please bear in mind the time difference. So all the times that you see on our website are according to Adelaide time. Okay, you can select either online or face-to-face. If you're located in South Australia, you can also come in office face-to-face. But please book appointment in advance so you don't lose your place. All right. Savvy, sir, are you getting my messages? Yes, Savvy, chances of ECT. Look, Savvy, I mentioned already. If so remember, if you have done EOI for ROI for Victoria, they are still going to consider those ROIs until the end of this financial year. Okay, so that will look after your 190 or 491, whatever you are eligible for. When we talk about 189, we haven't heard anything, or I do not have any clue from the department whether there would be any round or not. If I look at last year's trends, yes, in last year we had a round in the month of May as well, but this year it has been already 1 week in the month of June. We haven't heard anything. I really don't know. Okay. Educated is saying, is there any scope in Australia after diploma in nursing? So if you have studied a diploma in nursing from overseas, then you generally do not directly get any advantage in Australia. Yes, you can come to study in Australia for further maybe bachelor's degree or bachelor's of nursing. But I'm not sure you are offshore or you are in Australia. If you have studied a diploma in nursing, say enrolled nurse in Australia, then that definitely helps. That can give you either 491 or 190. So I'm not sure. So I can't answer that question to the best of my abilities here. So you can't get TR educated as a diploma. If you have studied diploma of nursing, you can't get TR, but you can definitely get a skills assessment, and then you can apply for 491 and 190 visa. I mean, you can lodge expression of interest, and you can in future get a 491 or 190 visa if you have studied enrolled nurse in Australia. Okay. ABD is saying, as per Griffith Institute, it is not Griffith, Grattan Institute. Will just having bachelor's degree or skill demand occupation of partner give points, or should he have experience as well, like it is now 4 points? No. So as per their Grattan Institute's report, they are only looking for degree as well as English. Okay. Remember, guys, this is just a proposal. When this proposal is accepted, then the criteria, when the department makes necessary changes in schedule 6 where all these things are mentioned, then we will know in detail how it is going to look like. Okay, how they are going to give you points. Sonia Raval is asking, sir, can you please explain about DAMA visa? Absolutely, I can, Sonia. Thank you for asking that question. So DAMA is a designated area migration agreement. Basically, it is an agreement between a local body, that could be a state, that could be a local council, or that could be a specific region in any state in Australia, that signs a agreement with the Department of Home Affairs that this area has a skill shortage. So they define what kind of skills are in demand there, and what kind of skills they want to fill in next 2 years. So that's why every DAMA has its own occupation list. The advantage of DAMA is that under DAMA, you can nominate even skill level 4 and skill level 5 occupations, which are generally not available through general skilled migration. That's the first advantage. Second advantage under DAMA is you do get, you can avail concessions for your English. Say, suppose for general skilled migration, you need minimum 6 each. If you're not able to obtain 6 each under DAMA, you can have concessions for English. DAMA will also allow you to apply for wage concessions if your employer is not able to pay you minimum Tismit salary, which is currently 70,000 and going up to 73,150 from 1st of July 2024. If your employer is not able to pay Tismit income, then you can also get 10% of concession as well on income too. But in DAMA, your employer first, if you are in a DAMA region already, and if your occupation is there in your DAMA list, and if you're working in that occupation, the first thing for you would be to talk to the employer. Go to the employer and ask the employer if they are happy to sponsor you, if they are happy to take that pain to sponsor you. Because for someone to get sponsorship, the employer needs to invest anything between $10,000 to $20,000, depending on what visa, who does the case, and all those things. On you, only then they can hire you under employer sponsored visa under DAMA. Okay, so I hope that helps. So DAMA involves 4 steps. First one is the DAR endorsement. DAR is a designated area representative. So they have to actually apply. You have to apply to the local area to access that DAMA. So you need to make a business case there. Tell them, okay, we have this business. We are in skill shortage, and this is our projections. We are going to grow, and for that we need these many people employed in next 5 years. So you apply first to the state authorities or to the local authorities. Once that is approved from there, then that is formalized in the form of agreement. We call it a DAMA labor agreement that an employer signs with the Department of Home Affairs. Once those 2 steps are done, then they can nominate a person where the applicant's criteria needs to be met, and then they apply for nomination. You can apply for nomination, and once the nomination approves, or sometimes nomination as well as visa can be lodged at the same time, or if nomination approves first, then you can lodge the visa. Okay, I hope this helps. So this is just a generic information about how DAMA visas work. Okay, I'm with you guys on TikTok now. Let's answer the questions on TikTok, because I do not have lots of people on other social media. So all right, so we have this Suraj 800 is asking, what are the requirements for partner visa? So very, very good question, Subedi Suraj. So if we, for partner visa, there are 2 people, one of you who is the applicant. Okay, an applicant should have or must have a partner, either de facto partner, or you should be married. So when we talk about de facto means minimum 12 months living under one roof. Okay, or you should be married. If you're married, then your relationship, even if it is less than 12 months, that's fine. In certain states, if your relationship is not 12 months old, then you can also register your relationship. Okay, so in certain states, for example, South Australia, in Victoria, you can register the relationship, and then the 12 months criteria do not apply. So that's not the only thing you need. You need all other heaps of documents to justify that you are in a genuine and ongoing relationship with Australian citizen or permanent resident. Then you can apply for partner visa. Once the application is made, if you apply from onshore, if you apply while you are in Australia, you are required to hold a valid visa. Okay, if you don't have a valid visa in Australia, then you need to address the Schedule 3 criteria, and you need to show them compelling and compassionate circumstances to justify Schedule 3 waiver. Okay, then you can apply, or you can apply from offshore as well. So this is some basic information about partner visa. Okay. Sonia saying, thank you, sir. How to check the region under DAMA, and is there any other specific requirement from employer, like how old the business should be? Absolutely, pretty good question. So Sonia, you can check DAMA regions. I'm gonna show you that on the screen here. Guys, please hold on with me. Anyone who is currently watching me on TikTok, guys, I would recommend all of you guys to, if you have time and if you can, please join me on either Facebook or YouTube live. I'm on Facebook as well as on YouTube as well, because on YouTube and Facebook, it is much easier for me to show the question and the discussions that we have. It is much easier for everyone to relate that discussion with the question, so you can learn something. So please head to my YouTube. I have displayed my YouTube channel on the TikTok, and I'm answering a really, really good question coming from Sonia. And she's asking about DAMA. So let me answer your question, Sonia. So how to find which region under DAMA and how to find their occupation list. Okay, let's have a look. So if you want to search DAMA visa, just go Google and search DAMA visa. Generally, the first link comes up. Okay. Here you can see that's a Department of Home Affairs link. You get some basic information about DAMA here, and then they have also given existing DAMAs. So some DAMAs, like main deed we call it, the regions that has already signed DAMA with the Department of Home Affairs, they appear here. So from here, every DAMA, you can see that every DAMA's link, you can right click and open. So I have opened this, the first one, say South Australian DAMA. So I have opened that here. I'm going to show you here. If you look at South Australian DAMA here, you can go and find out the basic process here. Okay, and you can also check the occupation list as well. So here it should be somewhere here. So I'm just looking for occupation list. I believe I can just open another tab. So if you want to check occupation list under DAMA for South Australia, so I will just Google SA DAMA occupation list. Yeah, so you are able to see SA DAMA occupation list here. You can see DAMA occupation list, and you can fill in your occupation. Suppose if you want to check whether chef is in DAMA list or not. So you can see once you put chef here, it will show you which DAMA it is. So it is under South Australian DAMA agreement, and this is the occupation chef. You can check the details. So they have mentioned the eligibility criteria and concessions available under that occupation under DAMA. Okay, does that help, Sonia? You can search any occupation and you can read what is the criteria there. From there, you can basically how to navigate the DAMA visa, how to just do a preliminary assessment on yourself. So first of all, go to you need to be in that, living in that region, okay? And then you need the business that you are working should be a established business in South Australia. Minimum, the business should be operating in South Australia for minimum 12 months, okay? And then the business should be in kind of profit. Even startups are welcome as well, but you really need a very, very strong business case for that case, in those cases. But you are required to show that, yes, business has genuine need. So if you're working for that business and if your occupation exists in the Dharma list, then you can go and talk to the employer whether they are happy to sponsor you for employer sponsored visa under Dharma. If they say yes, then would be the time for you to connect with the right person, a registered migration agent. So ask your employer first to book a consultation. You can do that for them as well, and then speak to the registered migration agent in detail. What are the requirements? Okay. So if everything goes well, until the point of nomination, it can take up to 3 to 4 months, sometimes 6 months. But if your visa is running out in next 3 or 4 months, we have to take that really, really quickly without wasting any time. Okay, I hope that helps. Rubin Pereira is asking, hi sir, can you check carpenter and joiner? How many seats available in Victoria? I have 75 points. I'm waiting for invitation. Okay, so I'm not sure how many seats available you are saying. So this financial year, Victoria is closed. We are waiting for next financial year when the new allocation is given to the states. So I would recommend you to wait until mid-August. That's when most of the states get their allocation and most of the states give out their new financial year's criteria. Okay, Ruben, I hope that helps. No problems no problems at all, Sonia. You are always welcome. Remember, guys, the purpose of these live shows is to provide you as much as information as we can. Okay, I know you can't make decisions about your visas on the basis of information that you see, but it at least gives you some direction. And that direction is absolutely important at any stage. If you're going in the right direction, then it's okay. Okay, you may need along the way, you may need professional help, but as long as you are in the right direction. But if you are going in the opposite direction, and then by watching these live shows, you feel, oh, I was not in the right direction. So you can put yourself in the right direction. And along the way, when you need professional help, reach out to us. You can book consultation with us by visiting our website at www.ems.com.au. So keep asking questions if you have any questions. Always here to answer any questions. I apologize to my TikTok viewers today. I'm taking all the questions on YouTube today. So please head to my YouTube, which is Australian Visa Matters. And I have displayed my YouTube channel there as well, because on YouTube, it is very, very easy for us to answer those questions and display that question on the screen as well. Okay. I'm going to take a little break, guys. Okay, so give me a little bit of time. I want to take a little break. And for those who are on my wherever you are watching me, whichever platform you're watching me, please help me in either subscribing the channel or following it or whatever you can do. So it gives us more and more motivation to continue these live shows. On TikTok, it is much easier. You just double tap the screen, give us more and more likes. That will automatically keep a lot of people on live. Shikha is asking, just finished diploma of nursing in Victoria. Which visa is best to apply at the moment? So Shikha, problem आपका जो diploma in nursing की दिक्कत ये है कि Victoria hasn't given many invites in the last financial year, unfortunately. So the problem is, if you stay within Melbourne, you won't be eligible for 491. I'm not sure what is your current visa and how long your current visa is valid for. So your steps are, first step, you need to apply for skills assessment. If you have 7 each bands is still valid within last 2 years, you can apply for skills assessment. You should do that right away. Okay, once you have received nursing registration, apply for skills assessment. We can also assist you professionally in that step. Once you have skills assessment in hand, you can apply for EY and ROI. But think about moving to regional area, whether it is in Melbourne or whether it is in Victoria regional, or think about moving to other states. where there is higher possibility or higher chances for you to get invited for 491. Okay, because we have seen this financial year enrolled nurses in Victoria really suffered because Victoria did not consider any 190 for enrolled nurses. So the people who were living in Melbourne were not eligible for it. So either you move out of Melbourne, move to regional Victoria, find a job there, then you are eligible for 190, 491 both. If not, think about other states. If you want to discuss that in detail, head to my website at www.ems.com.au and you can book a consultation from there. Guys, if you haven't hit that follow button so far, this is a time to do so. And if you're watching us live on YouTube or on Facebook, follow us and subscribe to our channel because we conduct these live shows very often and provide you this information about Australian visas. मैं पंजाबी ना मैं गुरमुखी पढ़ नहीं सकता. I can speak Punjabi that I have learned over the years in Australia, but मैं थोड़ा ना नहीं refer कर सकता, so please I apologize for that. थोड़ा question है, can I get anything? I have 70 points as carpenter and my TR is expiring in November and I have applied for EOI for Western Australia. I believe थोड़े पास से बहुत बढ़िया. Western Australia is a good state if you are located in Western Australia. Okay, if you are working in your own occupation, pretty good. But what I would recommend you, side by side, explore other options as well as a backup option if you don't get invited this financial year. Okay, next financial year, I mean before November. So also get other options ready as well if that one doesn't work for you. Okay. Entertainment is saying now skill in demand visa coming and new for a 1 year experience news also how it is possible in the same date 23rd of November that 1 year experience requirement is going to be applicable. I hope that helps. Progress Maharajan is asking process for training visa subclass 407. Very, very valid question. A lot of people have been asking this about training visa. So let me explain you about training visa. Guys, if you're watching me live on TikTok, please head to my YouTube channel because on YouTube channel, I will be able to display your question and I would also be able to explain and share screens with you. So let's talk about training visa. For training visa, let's first talk about the business requirement. So training visa is also a category of visa under employer sponsored stream. Okay, so training visa, for training visa, you will need an employer who is running a business, and in that business, you would be trained to improve or brush up your skills. Okay, so business needs to apply for temporary activity sponsorship. Okay, which is a simple application. Most businesses would get it. So your business the business you're working in has to be a temporary activity sponsor. So that's a business requirement. For that, for us to apply that, business needs to be financially viable. Business need to have a registered business and it has to be operating for a certain time. There are no asset requirements, but I would recommend any business who is that is operating for more than 12 months and has financial like BAS statements and tax returns and stuff from last year, that would be required. And there should be no information with the Department of Home Affairs about that business. Any adverse information should not be there. Okay, so that is the business requirement. Now, the applicant requirement is in the last 24 months, you should have. So first, let's talk about the skill requirement. That's very, very important. So you are required to nominate an occupation from any of the lists, either medium and long-term strategic skill list, or short-term list, or regional occupation list. Any of the lists, you can pick any occupation, one occupation. You cannot do training visa if you are looking for aged care or if you're working as aged care. If you're working as anything, you can't do training visa if you are doing so. So you are required to pick an occupation or nominate an occupation from medium and long-term strategic skill list or short-term strategic skill list or regional occupation list. So it has to be a professional occupation, guys. Okay, that's first thing. In the last 24 months, you should have completed. Listen carefully. You should have completed at least 12 months of full-time study or 12 months of full-time work experience in the nominated occupation or a closely related occupation. This is a requirement. Or it could be a combination of both. Only then you can apply for training visa. So if you think that you are eligible based on these eligibility criteria and you want to discuss that in detail, please head to my website at www. and book consultation from there. I would be happy to talk. Okay. Another thing about training visa is you want, if you have you can get visa for 6 months up to 2 years. Really depends on the training plan. A training plan is the crux of training visa. It has to be very, very strong, your training plan, and we need the training plan at the time of nomination. So you can get visa for up to 2 years, from 6 months to 2 years, and your spouse will have 24 hours work right, but you will have full-time work rights. The main applicant would have full-time work rights. And another thing about training visa is the employer is not required to pay you minimum TISMIT salary. Okay, they can pay you anything, but if you want to use that experience for further visas, say 482 visa or 186 visa or 494 visa or general skill migration, you have to be paid at that appropriate skill level, whatever the minimum wage is required for that occupation. Okay, I hope that helps. Process. Okay, Lovely B is saying, sir, can you answer my question, please? Lovely, can you please post your question again? I'm going to figure out where your question was. I haven't been able to see any question from you, Lovely. So please post your question again. Apologies if I'm not able to answer your questions, because I have not been able to see them. Okay. I'm working from last 2 years as a carpenter in Queensland regional, and my employer wouldn't be able to sponsor me as it's new business. But what are their options for TR is expiring November? So देखो तुसी अपॉइंटमेंट बुक कर लो. मैं थोड़ा ना फिर भी रेफर नहीं कर पाऊंगा because I can't read गुरमुखी. मेरी apologies है. तुसी please अपॉइंटमेंट बुक कर लो, फिर अपन डिस्कस कर सकते डिटेल ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ. अगर जे तुसी रीजनल क्वींसलैंड ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ काम कर रहे हो, ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਹੋਰ ਆਪਸ਼ਨ ਹੋ ਸਕਦੇ. ओके, मैनू नहीं पता कि पिछली बार तुसी प्रायोरिटी प्रोसेसिंग दे विच क्यों नहीं अप्लाई किया, बिकॉज जेड़ा कारपेंटर ऑक्यूपेशन है, इट इज डायरेक्टली ट्रेड ऑक्यूपेशन रिलेटेड टू हाउसिंग और रिलेटेड टू कंस्ट्रक्शन इंडस्ट्री. you should have got invitation. I'm not sure कि क्यों नहीं थानू आया. Okay. Progress Maharajan, skills assessment is not required for 407 visa if that's what you were asking. I also have 1 year experience done in assess. So yeah, so Progress Maharajan, I think I have answered your question. Rikesh is saying, hi sir, I'm switching IT to nursing. I'm completing it soon. After that, I'm applying for nursing to study. Is there any risk? I have experience in working in aged care sector from last 2 years. Rikesh Fuyal, look, when you apply for a student visa again, while in the past you have held other visas, say student visa and 485 visa, some degree of risk is always there. Make sure your application has all the necessary reasons why you're going for this study, and I wish you all the best. If you need professional help, please make sure you take help from a MARA agent. Don't go with the education agent, right? There's a difference. There's a big difference, I would say. Okay, so please take professional help, and that will definitely increase your chances of getting the visa granted. If you need assistance in admission process, we can assist you. Guys, if you are in Australia and if you think you are not studying the right course leading to PR, or if you are on 485 visa, or if you are about to go on 485 visa, this is the right time to discuss this with the right person. So if you want to invest in your studies, please reach out to us on WhatsApp +614521692000, and we would be happy to help you in the admission process. We have access to all the universities and colleges within Australia, no matter where you're located, Melbourne, Sydney, Western Australia, Tasmania. We can place you in any college or university. Please simply send us a message on WhatsApp +614521692000 for admission purposes. Okay. ABD, can pharmacy technician be sponsored by employer in Western Australia if it doesn't meet salary criteria? In Western Australia, not within Perth. You have to meet if for employer sponsored visa. If you're talking of Perth, you have to meet salary minimum TISMIT requirements. But if you're talking of DAMA regions in Western Australia, if you find an employer there, then you can also claim base concessions depending on which DAMA you go for. Okay. Sonia's question is, sir, my question about skills assessment and English level requirements. Only IELTS score eligible, not PTE. No, PTE is also eligible. What kind of skills assessment will there be? I'm not sure. Okay, so Sonia, if your question is related to DAR, so if your question is related to DAMA, so DAMA skills assessment is generally done by, depending upon occupation. Some occupations require you to have skills assessment from the body that is mentioned in that medium and long-term strategic skill list, or ROL, or short-term list. But in some cases, in some DAMA visas, for some occupations, skills assessment is also done by the DAR, designated area representative. So we call it a DAR skills assessment. So it is done by DAR. Especially if you talk about skill level 4 occupations, you can also do that through DAR, especially for DAMA visa. I hope that was your question. All right, so lovely, sir. Our TR is finishing in January 2025. We have 80 points. Victoria as hairdresser. Think about lovely Victoria ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ hairdresser ਦਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ regional ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਔਰ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਹੋ. Think about employer sponsored visa if you are a hairdresser, if you meet the criteria. Okay, think about employer sponsored visa. If you want to discuss that in detail, ਕਿੱਥੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੇ, ਕਿੱਥੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮਿਲ ਸਕਦਾ, please head to my website and book appointment, so ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ skills ਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਗੱਲ ਕਰ ਸਕਾਂ. How much skills do you have? Do you know the work or not? Then you can decide which way to go. But as a hairdresser, there are better chances for you to apply for employer sponsored visa, because if you're not working in regional Victoria, then if you're not working in high wage, then maybe 491, they may invite you or may not invite you. But if they don't invite you for 491, or if they require higher points or superior English, then employer sponsored visa could be an option. Okay, guys, those who are watching me live on TikTok, I request all of you guys to please head to my YouTube channel. You can see me live on YouTube as well. My channel's name is Australian Visa Matters. And for those who are watching us live on TikTok as well as YouTube on and Facebook, if you guys haven't followed us so far, or if you haven't liked our videos, please do so. Please keep inspiring us by giving us more motivation, by following us and interacting with us. This is the whole purpose of these videos. We want to help as much as we can. Lovely. I think I have answered your question. Next question on YouTube is Mosham Sapkota is saying, sir, what is the probability of 189 round this financial year? Limited probability, given that we have already finished the first week of June. There are only 3 weeks remaining. I would say 50-50 or even less than 50 of chances of happening and not happening. Yes, so Sonia, I have explained it in detail. I think entertainment, 482 visa, 1 year experience, then for skills assessment in demand visa, replacing 482 visa. Yes. So this skills in demand visa would generally replace a 482 visa. Look, subclass won't change. It would just, the names are changing. Okay. So instead of TSS, they might say skill in demand visa. If you are in regional Victoria and if you're working, please make sure your salary is pretty good. If you are a hairdresser, average salary for hairdresser, if you're working in a reasonably good business, it should be around 65 or 70 or above. If you are earning that much of money, there are high chances you can get accepted for subclass of 491 visa in next financial year. But if they don't accept you, and if your profile is not very competitive as compared to others, this is why I'm asking you to get ready with another option as well, which could be employer sponsored visa. Mandeep Kaur is asking, Chef Lai, which state is good? On 80 points, currently New South Wales regional, currently working on 70,000. I think, Mandeep, you're so unlucky because 1st of July, the teasment requirement that is going up by 71,000. Unfortunately, I wish कि थोनू इस साल ही तुसी apply कर सकते थे, but I'm not sure whether you have enough work experience to go for pathway 1, or you had enough work experience to go for pathway 1. So if your visa is not running out soon, your profile is still very good. You are still very, very strong at 80 points for subclass 491 in New South Wales. Please wait and watch for next financial year. Alternatively, also keep employer sponsored visa as an alternative option. I'm not sure which regional area you're located. You could also be working already in maybe a Dama region. If that is the case, then even better. Okay, so all the best. All right, so I've got these questions coming from Cute Sonu on TikTok. Sir, if we got invitation, what that means? Got invited. So if you got invitation, so Cute Sonu invitation. So there are two kind of invitations. So one is invitation to lodge the visa application. If you get that, that means 90% of the work is done. It is just the time that will take in processing, but 90% of your work would be done if you get invitation to lodge visa. Okay, but if you get invited to apply for state nomination application, then you have to make state nomination application, and when their state nomination application is decided, then you get invited. Okay, I hope that helps. All right, guys, if you are watching me live on TikTok, guys, I'm taking all the questions on YouTube today. You can see I have displayed my YouTube on TikTok as well. You can see, so please head to my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is Australian Visa Matters, and bring all the questions there. Please, today I'm just taking all the questions on YouTube and on Facebook. My Facebook is again Endeavour Education and Migration, and our YouTube is Australian Visa Matters. So please bring all those questions there. Mandeep is saying, sir, after skills assessment, I started on 70,000. My 6 month will be complete in November. So I need to start work now on 71 or 71. So it is not 71, it is 73,150 from 1st of July. If New South Wales follow the same thing, then it would be 73,150 new Tismit. Okay, Jess is asking, bro, have dinner after work hours. It's like anxiety for struggling to get PR. Jess, देखो, एंजाइटी हाँ मैंने पता है कि बहुत सारे बच्चे स्पेशल मैं आज इससे पहले लाइव शो करने से पहले मैं एक बच्चे ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲ ਕੀਤੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਮੈਂ ਆਸਟ੍ਰੇਲੀਆ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ 2009 ਚ ਆਈ ਸੀ right can you imagine 2009 it has been 15 years ਮੈਂ ਇੱਕ ਗੱਲ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਰੇ ਨੂੰ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਚਾਹਾਂਗਾ ਪਲੀਜ਼ ਜੋ ਕੁਝ ਵੀ ਆਪਣੀ ਲਾਈਫ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਨਾ ਉਹਨੂੰ hold yourself accountable if you are really depressed then don't do so. It is easy to throw blames on others, but agar tusi depressed nahi ho, je tusi stress le sakde ho, bring it on yourself. Hold yourself responsible for your actions, and agge bhi jaake remember we cannot go back and change what happened in the past. Past is something that you can never change, okay, but you can change one thing, and that's your future. You can change your future if you have the right guidance, and if you promise yourself that you're going to do the right thing, and be very very practical about your actions. So if you think कि मैं जुगाड़ कर लूंगा, अगर तुसी जुगाड़ स्ट्रेटजी लेके चलोगे कुछ नहीं बनना. ये ताही 15 साल ते लोकी हैं क्योंकि आज भी जुगाड़ कल भी जुगाड़ किथे ता चलो राइट एडवाइस नहीं मिली, but it is not always. This is your duty to find a person who is a migration agent, a registered migration agent, and who follows this. This is known as code of conduct. Okay, this is known as code of conduct. This is a code of conduct for registered migration agents. So you need to find a person who is able to assess your scenario and advise you what is the best possible option. But remember, you go to doctor advises you to take certain medicine, but if you don't take the medicine, the effect won't come. Your life will only change if you take the advice and be consistent in your actions. Only then success will come. So it is possible, and we have done consistently. We have changed lives consistently in last few years. So if you guys think that you got no option unless you talk to a professional, honest, ethical, registered migration agent, you wouldn't have any option. Always options are always there, or they can be created, they can be worked for. But are you happy to work for it? Are you happy to change your future? If you are, so if you're happy to change your future, we are here to help you. But you need to take charge of your life. You need to hold yourself accountable for your things. Only then things will start flowing, coming your way. Shamsher is asking, 482 retail business, retail buyers possible? Absolutely. 482 visa can be done for long-term stream. 482 visa can be done for short-term stream. So retail buyer can, as a retail buyer, you can avail this visa. Why not? All right, guys, I'm going to take a little break. I want to take a little water, and I want all of you guys, especially those who are on TikTok, I want all of you guys. I know that I'm asking for something that I shouldn't be, because I'm not answering a lot of questions on TikTok today, but I am actually answering all the questions on YouTube. So if you head to my YouTube channel, you can get your questions answered like this, okay? And even in detail, I can share screen as well. So if you guys help me in double tapping the screen, just tap the screen multiple times, and I want to see those likes. Currently we have 1200 likes roughly. I want to see those likes to jump to maybe another 4 or 5,000 likes. Let's do it, guys. I'm just taking a tiny break, and I'll be with you guys again. My throat needs some rest. And in the meantime, please, guys, please also post your feedback on live shows, how we can improve these live shows, what best we can do to improve these live shows. I would be happy to listen to any feedback you have, how we can make these live shows better and better day by day. I'll show you my live channel, my YouTube as well here. I'll show you my live channel live. Yeah. So for those who are watching me live on TikTok, you can now see my YouTube channel. You can see I'm live here, and see lots of questions are coming, bringing you the questions here. If you're watching me live on YouTube or on Facebook, please, guys, please hit that follow button if you're on TikTok, and please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Mandeep is asking 73 something salary for 482, right? Yes, 73,150. Okay, I can show you that on screen. Mandeep, please have a look here on the screen. So this was the announcement, I reckon. So that's where that was last financial year. I'm going to show you. All right, so just give me 1 sec. I just have to figure out where about this is. Please bear with me. I'm just trying to find the right link. So yes, so that would be 73,150. Okay, 73,150. This information should be here somewhere as well. Here. So that was 53,900 and 70,000, and now it is going up to 73,150. It is somewhere in the website. I'm sorry, I'm not able to find that right away, but it is somewhere in the website. Adido Con is asking, I have skills assessment from VetAssess University lecture. My wife's skills assessment is from Quantity Surveyor. Can I claim points for partner skills assessment when I lodge EOI? So Adico, in that case, if you have skills assessment as a university lecturer, so your occupation and your partner's occupations, is required to be more or less in the similar skill list. So suppose if your occupation is medium and long-term skill list, and your partner's occupation is in short-term list, then you can claim. But if your occupation is in short-term list and your partner's occupation is in medium and long-term skill list, then you can't claim. So there is a problem in the lists. So you need to have the relevant occupation in the same list. Yang Chen is asking, sir, chances for 189, 190 for civil engineer with 85 points from offshore. Fingers crossed, Yang Chen. I think I have explained you, ever you are my client, so you already know. So I have explained you, if 189 round at civil engineer can also come, but the chances of that happening are very minimal. Reason being, they may or may not give 189 for engineers like they did this financial year, unless they have like increased quota next financial year, which we know there isn't. So the quota hasn't increased, but 190 and most probably from offshore 491 is on the cards for you. Mandeep is asking, this salary we need for applying for visa of 482 or after grant, we need to work on this. I saw that new, but I do not think it's for 491 pathway 1. Yeah, so it's not for now 491 pathway 1, but because 491 pathway 1 criteria is determined by New South Wales, they always look at the state criteria, so the federal criteria for TISMIT. If they increase that to TISMIT levels, then that would apply. But as of today, for pathway 1, it is still 70,000. You're right. So again, I won't be able to Eddie Dokun. We have to do research before I'm able to advise you. So either you talk to a registered migration agent, book appointment, and then, because I don't want anyone to claim incorrect points from my advice on YouTube. So I need to listen to your story and then I can advise. We can look into the lists and things, and then I can recommend you whether you're able to claim points or not. So please book consultation to do so. All right, guys. So we have lots of viewers, still 14 viewers on TikTok. If you guys are watching my live show for the first time, this is the time to hit that follow button if you haven't done so far. And if you are on YouTube or on Facebook, please follow or subscribe to our channel. Keep posting questions. So there are no questions on Facebook or YouTube. So I'm going to take these questions on TikTok. Anonymous is asking, is it true that community service is not a PR course anymore? No, that's not true. Community service, community worker is still in 190 as well as 491 list. Okay, as a community worker or all those occupations in the closely related profile. Jonathan is asking, can I apply through VET-Assess at occupational health safety within 2 years of experience as a doctor? And Jonathan, I can't comment on this. So you should visit VET-Assess's website and then check what their criteria is. VET-Assess generally give a lot of information whether you're eligible or not. You can read it. Okay, if you have medical degree, you should be able to read it and make sense of it. Okay, if you need us to assist you with this process, please book a consultation by visiting our website. When will the new point system be implemented? अगर इम्प्लीमेंट होता है तो मुझे लगता है कम से कम 1 साल तो लगेगा. अभी तो पक्का नहीं है कि कौन कौन सी चीजें हो गवर्नमेंट एडवाइस को लेती है, बट 1 साल तो मुझे सब 6 महीने से 1 साल तक तो लगेगा कम से कम. What are lower IT jobs that partner with bachelors in IT can do so as to claim partner points? Where does pharmacy technician fall? Short, medium term. Pharmacy technician, I think. Let me check. Where is the pharmacy technician? Let me show you the pharmacy technician. Okay, so pharmacy technician. So pharmacy technician is a short-term occupation. So pharmacy technician is a short-term occupation. Those who are watching me live on TikTok, if you want to ask question, please head to my YouTube channel, which is displayed on the screen. My YouTube channel's name is Australian Visa Matters. I'm not sure whether, yeah, you can see that here, Australian Visa Matters. So please visit my YouTube channel. Okay. Lower IT jobs, IT jobs. There are lots of IT jobs. I would recommend you to visit ACS website. Okay, ACS website, and from ACS, you can read some occupations in which you can get skills assessment, because skills assessment would be required for you to claim partner points if you want to add points on your profile. Okay. Aman is asking on TikTok, is a 482 visa eligible for retail managers? Yes, retail manager is an occupation. Let me check what list it is. Retail. Okay, so with retail, we have retail buyer. So we have retail buyer, not the retail manager. So you need to have skills assessment as a retail buyer. Retail buyer is there, and retail manager is not there. So retail buyer is there, but there's no retail manager. So you have to get skills assessment as a retail manager, and if retail buyer is closely related, we subject to checking, then you can get 482 visa under that. San is asking, are you answering all the comments? San, I'm answering most of the comments that are being asked on YouTube, because I'm taking most of the comments on YouTube today. I'm only coming to you guys here on TikTok if I'm not able to see any of you, any questions on here. So if you see my screen, I'm showing you my YouTube channel, and my YouTube channel's name is Australian Visa Matters. Okay. All right. So for those who are looking to talk to me, and if you want to book a consultation with me, you can simply head to my website at www.eems.com.au. My consultation charges are $99. You can book for evening, morning, or anytime, whatever is available on the website, and I'll be happy to talk. Okay. Guys, this is almost time for me to go. It is a long weekend. I wish you all the best. Have lots of fun over the weekend, and many of you would be working, I believe. For those who are working, just take it easy. I'm going to come back live again next Wednesday, because on Monday it's a long weekend, so I'm not working on Monday, but I may be available for some appointments that you can see from the website. Remember, guys, I want to end this live show with a positive note. I always say this to everyone, and almost in every live show. Remember one thing: you cannot go back and change what happened in the past, but you can change your future, because your future is in your hands. You can change your future because your future is in your hands. But if you want to change your future, we need to involve in right actions. So first of all, you need to first get in the right state of mind, that whatever the decision I'm going to make in future now, I'm not going to make it as such by listening to my friends or listening to social media. I will connect with the right person, and I will listen to that right person. And you will also do your search. When I suggest you some options, you also do your tentative search, but ask all the questions, and please trust that person to help you, to mentor you to whatever you want to achieve. There, it is very, very difficult if you don't have a mentor, irrespective of what field you're talking. In every field you need a mentor. So as a migration agent, I do a lot of mentoring. Why should you choose this option? Okay. And while I'm mentoring you, I keep in mind that I'm being honest, I'm transparent, and I'm following the code of conduct as well of migration agents while I advise you. So you can achieve your dreams of gaining PR in Australia. Okay, with that positive note, again, you cannot go back and change what happened in the past, but you can change your future. So I wish you all the best, and I'll see you guys on next Wednesday in another live show. Thank you very much for staying with me until now. There's one question coming from Ramesh Casey. I'm going to answer this question. Hello, sir. RNNEC 70 points for 189 visa. Is there any hope? Please provide some insights. So, Ramesh, we haven't got any 189 rounds so far. We still have 3 weeks left in the month of June. So we don't know 50-50 if there's any round. 70 points are pretty good. Next financial year, if you see the trends, if they follow the same trend as this financial year, the previous financial years, 189 rounds generally happen in the month of September and December. So if you have visa, your visa is valid until that time, then all the best. You'll be fine. Okay. Good luck to everyone. Thank you.